The power of one thing is beyond our comprehension. I just want to give an interesting story. I'm not sure if it fits perfectly, but I was sitting with my chavrusa and we were talking about this. There was a spacecraft called, I think it was called the Columbia. I'm not exactly sure when it was. You're for sure going to know. Famous story. It was a disaster. It was called the NASA space disaster. It ended up on its return back. It disintegrated on the way back to Earth. And they spent hundreds of millions of dollars on the research to try to find out exactly what happened. And it turned out that when it was taking off, this massive thing, which we'll describe in a second how big it was, there was a piece of foam, 21 inches, it was between 21 and 27 inches long, that broke off from the left bipod, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it even, and hit the wing. A little piece of foam. Now, if you take a look at this whole Columbia thing and the spacecraft and NASA, you'll if you read about it, you'll see that they spent $69 billion to develop. It's not so much. $69 billion to develop this type of thing. It weighed 68 tons. So you can't imagine. I'm saying you can't. Now, so what happened? Insulation foam from an external tank broke off. 21 inches big. And because of that, the entire thing blew up and everybody passed away. Everybody was killed. Because of a tiny little piece of foam. If you tell me the wing broke, the pilot, left, he stayed on the moon, or like you tell me like a big thing happened, okay, I hear, but a little piece of foam, come on, what does that do? What's the difference? 68 tons. You look at a picture of it, how many stories is it? How big is it? Billions and billions of dollars to develop. You think a little piece of foam is going to make a difference? Come on. And yet we see that a little tiny piece made all the difference in the world. Now, if you would have asked that piece of foam, just to be really weird, it was made up of millions of pieces. You ask one little piece of it, you make a difference? No. I'm just one violin in this massive orchestra. I'm a nobody. You ask a puzzle piece, you make a difference. It's a 50,000 piece puzzle. Like, you make a difference? No, I don't make a difference. You're the corner. So you see the whole thing in that corner piece is like weird. Yeah, you make a difference. Every single person makes a difference. One letter in the Torah is missing. One letter. Yud. Yud. Tiny. In the name Esav. A Russia. There is no Yud in Esav. But make believe. Puzzle. Reb Chaim Kanievsky, Reb Yashiv, they're all there. They're waiting to lane. You can't lane. This is a puzzle sefer Torah. Why? Because one tiny piece of ink is missing. Do I really make a difference? Does one tefillah make a difference? One pasuk makes it. One mishnah, it makes a difference. And right now, the entire Klal Yisrael needs to come together because look what's going on. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is talking to us. What do we do? How do we respond? So yes, we respond by looking inside ourselves and doing tshuva, 100%. But we also try to step up our game with mitzvahs. Every mitzvah counts, everything.